Hello, everybody. Let me just get things set up. Hello, this is Carla, and welcome back to the studio. And thank you for joining me tonight. Actually, it's evening when I'm recording this. I have gotten my what month are we in? We're in October. I can't talk. I apologize. This is the October Nest of Christmas paper pumpkin kit. So what I do when I get my paper pumpkin kits, I do an unboxing with you, and I also create one of each of the projects that are in the kit. The other thing that I do as well is I kind of give you a sneak peek, and don't mind me, I'm just going to kind of turn this a little bit so we're straight. Um, I also give you a sneak peek into what some upcoming kits have in store. So I'm going to do that before I open this box up. So this particular kit was one in the month of, well, when the subscription period had opened up. I don't think it was quite yet available. I think maybe the beginning of October. For this kit for first time subscribers, or if you returned and used a different email address, you were able to get this kit at 40% off. And so that special pricing ended when the subscription period ended for this kit, which was on October 10th. So again, I just got this yesterday. My box looks a little beaten up because the post office decided to take this and shove it in my mail box. And of course, when they do that, I have to fight to get it out, and I've gone round and round with them, and I've just kind of given up on them. So let me give you a little bit of a sneak peek on what's coming up. So again, with this kit, I'm going to open it up. You're going to see everything that what it's all about. So in November, we have the Filled with Joy kit. So I have a bigger image of this one here. Now, this subscription period for this particular kit opened up on October 11th, and it will go through November 10th. Now, if this seems like a kit that you really, really like and you would like to get more than one of them, as a subscriber, as long as you do it by the 10th of that particular month, you can increase the quantity of the kits for that month, or if you already subscribed, say, to more than one, you can drop it down to maybe a quantity of one, or maybe if this just isn't your kit, then you can also do a pause for it as well. But again, always remember any of those changes that you want to make, you always want to do it by the 10th of the month. You can also cancel if you want as well. Um, there's no commitments to it. What happens with these kits when you subscribe, do the monthly subscription? Um, Again, it closes on the 10th of that month, and then on the 11th, you'll be charged for the kit. And then within a couple of days after that, the kits will ship. So for this particular kit, um, this they describe this as celebrating Christmas with adorable stockings and gift tags. So this particular kit makes 8 projects, 8 stockings with 8 gift tags. There are pre-cut paper pieces, safety pins, and specialty gold foil. The coordinating colors in this kit is Flirty Flamingo, Pool Party, Poppy Parade, which is also the classic Stampin' Spot, Shaded Spruce, and Very Vanilla. So again, these are fabric stockings. So you make 8 projects with this. So if you want more than one kit, um, then you can up the quantity on it. Now, they typically do come out with refills. but the refills will not have the stamp set, the exclusive stamp set with it. So something like this, I think this would be really cute for treat packaging. You can even, it looks like you can even make them as ornaments as well if you wanted, or just like some little bit of treat packaging. And it comes in this really cool printed box, just like the one we got for this month. In addition, and then in December, so jump in like for the one after November, in this kit, this is called Notes from the Heart. And this subscription period goes from November 11th through December 10th. And with this kit, you're creating cards with hand sketched botanical designs. You're making 9 projects, 3 each of 3 designs. There's pre-cut vellum pieces and sparkling gems, scallop card bases, and coordinating envelopes. The coordinating colors in this kit is Blackberry Bliss, which is the classic Stampin' Spot, Flirty Flamingo, Old Olive, Pecan Pie, Pretty in Pink, and Very Vanilla. So this one is for December, and you even get a little sneak peek of the nice little sparkly gems that are in this kit as well. So, I've mentioned the name of that, but next month's it's called the Filled with Joy kit. Now, in addition, what Stampin' Up! Has been doing for since the beginning of the year, they have come out with some coordinating dies, and they come out quarterly. Um, so in the first quarter, the set of dies, there was one die. There's a total of 3 dies. Each die kind of coordinates with the kit itself. Now, the dies, you do not need them to complete the projects in that are in the kit. What's nice about these is if you want to do some additional crafting with it. So for the October, November, and December kits, it's the Merry Tags and More dies. At first, I wasn't really thinking about getting, any of the dies because I thought maybe they were just really small and tiny. But I was pleasantly surprised to see that they are not. So you have this one stitched label that does cut out a hole so you can add a ribbon to attach it. There is a script Mary die here, and then you have this fern leaf right here. Um, this particular set of dies, I do have a printout, and of course I didn't pull it out. Let me see if I can find it in my stack here really, really quick. Um, this, oh, not very prepared, am I? I am so sorry. I did print it out, and, oh, wait, do I got it? Yeah, I got it. It's right, yep, it was on the very bottom of my paper sack. So here's the information on the set of these set of dies. The item number is 165639, and here in the US, the cost of them is $12. Now, Paper Pumpkin is only available in North America, so Canada and the United States. So again, the pricing will be a little bit different if you're in Canada, but here in the US, it is $12. Now, these coordinating add-ons are while supplies last. They are only available to those who are subscribed to Paper Pumpkin. If you go onto the website, and you go and you're shopping the products, if you go under Paper Pumpkin, so there is an option for ordering the prepaid kits, and then there's also another section that is like for refills, kits, and add-ons, and that's where you would find these. Now, the last time I had checked, all the other sets of dies that coordinated with all the kits back to January of this year. They're still available. So again, these are while supplies last, and they're only for Paper Pumpkin subscribers. Okay, so with that, let me put this all aside and let's open up the kit. But before I do that, one quick thing that I do want to make mention. So this particular kit, it does coordinate with a suite of products that are here in, this is the September through December 2024 mini catalog, and it coordinates with the Nest of Winter suite of products. It has the stamp set, there's a birch embossing folder, you have your dies. There are some earth tone, no, that's natural tones linen thread. You have Night and Navy, Garden Green, and Cajun Craze. You have your little sparkle gems, and then you have 12 by 12 DSP. So again, with this kit, it coordinates with the products here, so you can recreate more projects using these products and even the dies that coordinate with it. So I just wanted to show you that. They do come out of some of their kits where it's going to coordinate with something that would be in a current catalog. So let's open up this box and let's see what we have in here. So there looks like there's some pretty wide tear and tape here. The little Stampin' Spot is shaded spruce, but I'm going to put that aside and I'm going to use my full-sized ink pad. There is the exclusive stamp set. I'm going to, oh, well, I can read these off now. You got Christmas, Merry, Happy Holidays, joyful thoughts to you this season. You have, well, what could be a cardinal, or it could also be a blue jay. What looks like maybe little spots could be snow. You have a leaf here, and it looks like some berries. So, or no, that's pine. But an exclusive little photopolymer stamp set that, again, when you're all done with the kit, you can use it for any of your future crafting. So let me open up the packaging here. We'll move the box out of the way. And we'll open this up and try not to damage the contents in it. Okay. And we'll open this. So you can see that there is some shaded spruce foiling on some of these pieces here. Okay, so we have some, what looks like some real red. This is actual fabric strips. It's not, it doesn't look like paper. And then we have some dimensionals, and you know what? I find something that's kind of catching my eye here. Well, they do look a little shiny, but the one thing that I kind of noticed, well, maybe it's, I don't know. This is the Stampin' Dimensionals that we sell in our annual catalog, and these are the ones that come in the kits. And I was thinking that maybe this sheet was kind of like the other one. You can tell that these are not as shiny, the papers on it, whereas the ones in the kits are a little bit more shinier, and they seem to be just a tiny bit thicker. But I was wrong. I thought it was the same, but it's not. So we have some dimensionals. We do have some of these ribbon strips in real red. We have some printed envelopes that have some of the shaded spruce foiling around the edges. Now in this kit, it creates a total of 10 cards. and two different designs, so 5 each of 2 different designs. So we have some uh, printed die cuts. It looks like we have 3, so there's 5 sheets here. Okay, and then we have our card, what looks like our card bases. So let's see, these look a little interesting. So these look like these are like a trifold card base. So you have the green on these 2 panels. So I'm thinking this is the back side of the card, our front, and then on the inside, once you pop out this window, this is the background that you're going to see. So that's pretty interesting. So we're going to take one of those and set those aside. And then we have some banner pieces here that look like they're in, again, the shaded spruce foil. So I'm going to actually pull out 2 of these because I'm thinking that's what we're going to need, one for each card. And I'm going to take the rest of the stuff and kind of put it aside over here. I'll pull out 2 envelopes and we'll put the rest away. And then our other card bases. So these 2 are trifolds as well. So again, there's our inner part here with some of the blue and the foiled shaded spruce. And we got the little pop out window there. So pretty cool. So an interesting fold. It's not your typical regular card fold. So that's pretty cool. And then of course there's the cardboard. Now for your stamp set, they do print out the images. So if you wanted to store this, say like in a cellophane envelope or something, then you have the artwork that you can put this in there so you can see it. They used to, on the back of the stamp set, they used to have the black printing on it, but they stopped doing that a while back, and so they now include this, so you can basically take this and put it in a cellophane envelope as an option to store the stamps. And then with all of the kits, you do get some colored instructions. Now, there's not any wording, you know, as far as your instructions go. Everything's a picture. So in here on the cover, you can see what the cards look like. And then inside, it does give you step by step on like all the pieces that you need for your projects. It lets you know what you need to stamp and where you actually put your adhesive. So in this case, we have tear and tape and we have dimensionals. In the dimensionals, they have like this hexagon white piece, and if it was glue dots, it'll have a little dark circle. So it gives you a layout as to how to put your card together. Now, on these 2 panels here, it's letting you know what pieces it is that you need to create these cards. So, and then they have a little thing here, an advertisement with some of the some of the tools that Stampin' Up! Carries in our annual catalog. And then on the back, it does show you the coordinating add-on product, the Merry Tags and More set of dies. And then you see a picture of all the components that are in the kit. And again, it lets you know what all the supplies are going to make, and it gives you all the coordinating colors. And then it does give you a QR code here to where you can watch a video that Stampin' Up! Has done where they do an unboxing and they put the projects together. So let's pull out all the pieces that we need. So card number 1 is this card base right here. So we have the base and we have one of these tags. And then we have one of these ribbon pieces. This looks like some really nice, a really nice ribbon. So this does not have any adhesive, so it's a really nice, was it grosgrain type of ribbon, so there's some nice texture to it, and that real red just really, really pops. So we actually need one for that one and one for our other card. And then in our sheets here, we need our cardinal for our first one. I love cardinals. For last Christmas, I had gone into Hobby Lobby, and actually it was just after Christmas, and when they had everything like on clearance, like at 60% off, I got these really large um, cardinal figure. I don't know if I want to call it a figurine, but it was pretty big. And these things were like 30, I think they were like $35 a piece, but I got a really good price on it. Got two of them, and they've been out year round because honestly, cardinals, they're not just a winter bird. I see them year round, so I just keep them out on my shelf. So I love cardinals. I love blue jays. I love the squirrels. I love the animals. Okay, so we have the cardinal, and let's get this bigger evergreen piece out. Okay, so it looks like this is everything for this first project. On the second one, we have the card base, and we have the label and the ribbon, and then it looks like we have the rest of the pieces. So this is one whole die cut right here. Now the stamp set that's part of the suite that coordinates with it, what's interesting about that suite, other than in the DSP where some of the images has the evergreen in it, this the greetings that are in it are not Christmas related, so it is a suite that you can use year round. And there's a lot of images too in the paper that doesn't say that it's Christmas. Again, that you can use it for year-round crafting. Okay, so let me take this, let me set that aside, and we are going to work on our first card. So I'm going to kind of fold this back. Now the other thing about the paper pumpkin kits, they are all inclusive kits. So when you're a first time subscriber to Paper Pumpkin, in your first kit, you are going to get an acrylic block. Just it's a little bit different than the ones that we sell in our catalog, which are a little more ergonomic and a bit thicker. But as a first-time subscriber, in your first kit, you will get one of these blocks. Now, you do want to hold on to them because you will need them for your future kits. Okay, and so again, like I said, every kit's going to have at least one Stampin' Spot. Sometimes there may be a kit that may have two colors in it, but the colors do not repeat for the whole year. So it's another way you can get in a collection of the ink spots. And this is perfect, like if you're traveling and you want to take your crafting on the go, having the little spots are perfect. Now for these kits, like I said, everything is in the kit. You even have a ruler on the side here if you had to measure out like any ribbon or twine. Really the only things that you may need, they're not required, but they're kind of helpful tools. You have a bone folder. There's also a take your pick tool. This is perfect for if you have any embellishments. It makes it a little bit easier to pick those embellishments up. And then a pair of scissors if you had to do any cutting of any ribbon or twine. But other than that, that's all you need. Everything else is in your kit. So for this one, I need two of the greetings out of here. I need the Merry Christmas, so it's the two images are not attached together. So they're separate. And we also need this little evergreen branch. And looks like that's all we need. So I am going to put my Christmas down. Actually, I'm going to take this and kind of line this up right here, like so. And then the Merry, I kind of pop this over here. Move it over just a tiny bit. The other way you can do this too is just stamp it separately, and I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to bring in my other blocks for this, and then I'll use this one for this evergreen. Now with photopolymer stamps, the first time you go to use them, what you want to do to get a nice stamped image is you want to clean them. In the process of them making the stamps, there is a film on it, and I apologize for all the squeaking. You want to clean them, and that'll remove that film. Now, the other little tip with photopolymer stamps is that they're not like the red rubber stamps where they have the foam cushion on them. So to get a good image, you can use something like a Stampin' Pierce mat that it's foam, so it'll work as well. So let me just dry these off. And like I said, I'm going to bring in my regular sized shaded spruce ink pad. All right, and let me bring this in. And I'm going to bring in, there's my ink. And let me move these extra pieces out of my way. Okay, and then what do I need? I need the label. All right, so I'm going to do my Christmas word first, and I'm going to stamp that right down here. So one thing that's really nice about photopolymer stamps is that you can see exactly where you are stamping it. Okay, and then I'm going to get the Merry. And I'm going to stamp that right above it, like so. And then the other stamping that we have to do, it looks like on this piece here. Now I can see my little cutout, and it's showing that we are going to stamp this a couple of times in the corners. So we're going to add, well, first we're going to get a piece of scrap paper because we're kind of stamping off. And ink that up. We're going to stamp that. And then one more. Looks like we're putting, and I just put my finger in the ink. That is the one thing with these blocks, because they're a little bit thinner, that it's a little bit different than if you were using the larger. Okay, and then we got the other corner we're gonna do some stamping on. Okay, now I'm gonna close this up. And I'm going to actually clean these stamps and get the ink off of my finger. Did end up with getting ink on this block, so I want to get that off of there. And of course, when you use your chamois, it's very squeaky. Okay, clean these other ones up. Okay, so now let's move this out of the way. We don't need that anymore. And we're going to pop out this middle section here. Okay. And so this card is going to be a horizontal card. So it looks like we fold this over. And again, this is where your bone folder comes in handy. Okay. And it does show you how to fold a card as well. That looks right. Okay, and then we're going to take, let's see, what do we have here? So on the piece of ribbon, wow, I did a good job with the ink all over me. Hold on. Wow, I think I ended up with more ink on my hands than what I stamped. Okay. I guess it's really not a stamping experience unless you do get inky fingers. All right, so with the tear and tape, what's nice about this that it is easy to tear. So we're going to add a little piece of it on the one side of our ribbon. I'm just going to add a little piece like so. Okay, and I'm going to press that down. Now we'll remove the paper backing and then bring in the tag. And actually I put it on the wrong side, but I guess that doesn't really matter. So I'm going to center this. It's really hard to see this when your background paper is white as well. So I'm going to take this and place this down right here in the middle. So we have a little bit of ribbon kind of poking out either side. Okay. Trying to make this look a little straight. this tear and tape is really, really sticky. All right, and then we're going to add 4 of the dimensionals to the back of this. And our dimensionals will be grabbing some of that ribbon too, so this will hold it down a little bit more as well. Okay, so let's remove these paper backings. Okay, we can move this. And then this is going to go right up here in the window. I'll make sure that I'm getting this straight. Okay, press that down. Okay, and then we're going to bring in this little evergreen bough, and they show that we're putting dimensionals, 2 dimensionals, one right over here on this portion, and then one right up here. And then let's take these paper backings off. And then this is going to lay right here. Surprised that there isn't one underneath. No, this can't be like this, because I just, no. Yeah, you have to be careful where you put these dimensionals, because you don't want to have it so this is going to go here. So we want this dimensional right up here. Okay, and then this one, yeah, see, you don't want your dimensionals this should be very easy. So let's try this again. So this is gonna, excuse me, this is gonna lay like this. So I want to make sure that I get really close to the edge with this. And again, we don't want that dimensional sticking to the inside of the frame. And then this one, we're going to stick this one right down like so. Okay. All right, now we will go and place this down like so. Okay, so now we're able to open it up. And again, you don't want to put anything in here, because again, if you close it, it's going to seal your card shut. And then for our cardinal, this is going to lay like so. So we're going to add 2. On our cardinal. And then we're going to place our cardinal right here. Okay, and this kit, it doesn't have like any embellishments or anything to it. So here's the first card. So it'll open up like this. And then in here, you can stamp or you can write your greeting inside. So it's a pretty cool fun fold. And then here's our coordinating envelope. So we'll set this one aside. And then we're going to bring in the stuff that we need for our second card. So let me flip this over. Okay, so now on this one, the only stamping that we're doing is the label. So let me take my stamps and put them back on here. And this one we're doing joyful thoughts to you this season. So I will put that on my block. Okay, and I got my ink. And then I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Pierce mat. And I'm going to clean this stamp since this is the first time I'm using this one. Okay, make sure that it's dry. All right. Now bring in our label. I'll ink this up. Wow, I am doing a good job of getting ink all over this block. So I want to be careful when I go to stamp that I don't rock this block. I just feel like it's not evenly inked up. Let me clean this. Just dry it off. And let's try it again. Okay. We'll stamp this right in the middle. Okay, we'll close this up. All right. Okay, so then we got our pieces. We have our ribbon. So we're doing the same thing with the ribbon. And I'm looking at the direction of which the tails are going. And I'm going to add another little piece of our tear and tape. And it's very, very sticky. Okay, and we'll remove this. Place this down the center of our label. Okay. And then we got our dimensionals. All right, so we'll set that aside. And then on this one, we're going to pop out this center piece. Now this piece isn't used on anything, so this can become an extra piece to use to make additional cards that you can also use the set of dies with as well. All right, so for this one, again, our card is going to fold like this, and I'm going to bring in my bone folder, and I'm going to burnish that so it lays flat. Okay, so then I am going to take my greeting and I'm going to place that down first. So they show this going in the center of this window opening. Okay, and we'll center this. Let's see. Look centered and straight. Okay, we'll press that down. Then again, we want to make sure that we put our pieces in the right place. So this one is going to go on the sides here. So they show you where to place these dimensionals on here, and on the last card I kind of followed, but I found again, like you saw, my dimensionals were actually hanging over that window opening, and of course when you do that, it's going to stick to your card base, and that's not, you won't be able to open up the card. So I am going to add a dimensional, let's see, right here. Okay, and then I'll add my other one right down here. Okay, then we can remove the paper backings, and then we'll place this one right here. Okay, and then we just check no dimensionals are exposed, and then this is going to go up on the top there, but then this bird is going to go right here. So we have one dimensional here, and I think I am going to add one down here as well. So instead of just this one bird being held down with one dimensional, I'm going to add another, since it's going to be covering up over right there. So okay, I want to just shift this over a little bit. Okay, so my bird is overlapping the label just a little bit, but that's okay. All right, and then this piece is going to go up here. Pull out two dimensionals. One will go right here, and then our other one is going to go right up there. cards really are easy. I just don't know why I'm struggling a bit here. I'm trying to get this where that little branch piece isn't sticking over the edge of the card. Okay, so here's our envelope, and here's our second card. Open it up, and again, you can write your greeting inside. You can stamp a greeting, and you can see the back of the die cuts, and you don't see any of the dimensionals showing. So there is the second card, and there's the envelope. So I'm going to move this out of the way. Let me bring in the first card. So here is our first one. So this one is a horizontal direction card. And again, you can stamp or write your greeting inside of it. And there's a coordinating envelope with this one as well. So there are the two projects. Again, this kit makes 10 cards total, and there's two different designs, and not much as far as stamping goes. A little bit of decorative stamping along the edge of that border here. You could do the same thing on this one as well, but as an FYI, if you do go and stamp and you get the ink on this foil part, know that that ink is not going to dry, that ink is going to smear off of this foil part. So if you did do any stamping, maybe up in the corner and not on the foiling itself. Um, and again, the little pieces that you pop out, you can use them to create additional cards, just using, maybe cardstock you got on hand. You can coordinate it with using those dies as well. And like you can do something different too. You can make alternative projects as well with the pieces in this kit. Now, I know there are a lot of other stampers. Rachel Tessman is someone who is really big into taking the paper pumpkin kits and doing alternative projects. And she may not make the same exact cards. That's the way the kit shows you how to do them. But she does things where she can separate pieces, and she creates a whole lot of cards. A lot more than just the 10 that would be in this kit. So she does have a YouTube channel, so you can always check it out. She's always doing something different with the paper pumpkins each month. So in the description, if paper pumpkin sounds like something that you may be interested, paper pumpkins, like I said, they're an all-inclusive kit. They're perfect to where, you can take them on the go. They're also perfect for a beginner card maker because you have all of the stuff that you need. Again, if you wanted to get a pair of scissors, a bone folder, take your pick tool, some additional little tools to use for your crafting. But other than that, everything is there. The ink, the stamp set, all of the pieces to create the projects. Um, so I'll have all of the information in the description of the video for you. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me. My email address is in the description of the video. So everyone, thank you so much for joining me as I did an unboxing of the October Nest of Christmas paper pumpkin kit. And I will be back with with next month's paper pumpkin kit. It may be, well, I know that it won't be before the middle of November. It will be sometime afterwards because it takes a little bit for me to get my kits. So again, if you like the projects that I have made in this video, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. It not only helps me in growing my channel and getting my videos out there to other fellow crafters, but it also helps me in building my Stampin' Up! Business as well. Um, with that, I do Throwback Thursday videos, and this coming Thursday, I will be featuring a retired Halloween stamp set called Boo to You. And then on Friday, I will be featuring the spells and no, the potions and spells. It is a bundle that is in our online exclusives. And then there's also some coordinating DSP that's in our scrapbooking brochure. So I'll be featuring that this coming Friday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I hope you will join me. One of the things that I have been doing lately with the cards that I make during that live, I do a wheel of names at the very end, and I choose 3 winners to receive one of those cards that I've made that night. So I hope you will join me for that. And then next week, well, that's the end of October. Wow, the end of October. So on Thursday, it's not only a Throwback Thursday in which I will use a retired Halloween stamp set, but then being that it's also Halloween, there'll be a special holiday video as well featuring a stamp set that is an online exclusive. So I'll be creating with that. So I have more videos coming up through the end of this month, and then it'll be time to start scheduling the projects and the things that I'm going to be doing for November. Now, starting in November, we're going to be doing Christmas because I have not hit any of the Christmas stuff yet. So we're going to start with Christmas in November. So again, thank you everyone for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.